Hey guys, it's me, Christy Lee, and it's Sunday, November 6th, I think. I didn't do a vlog yesterday. I was feeling kind of melancholy, I think is the best word for it. It wasn't quite a depression. I just wasn't feeling at my best. And I just kind of didn't feel like talking. Didn't really say a whole heck of a lot yesterday. And just didn't seem like a great time to try to shoot a vlog. I guess last night at some point it went from just being a little blue to kind of teetering on depression. I had told Eric that I just wasn't, because he asked what was wrong with me yesterday, and I told him I just wasn't feeling very well. That it wasn't depression, that I just felt a little melancholy was the word I used. And then we went to go get dinner, and I don't remember what started it, but we got into a conversation about money and, Eric stressing about being able to make all our bills and things like that. And one thing leads to another, like it always does. And Eric was talking about me and me not working and not being able to contribute. And I always get a little upset when he starts talking about that because I don't really feel like I have very many options. I don't really have a way of contributing right now. I try to do what I can, but because of, my issues, I don't always do everything that I could, I guess. I don't know, but I asked him to please, just put a halt to the conversation for right now. And he did, but it was kind of a little too late. I guess things kind of got to me. I woke up this morning just not feeling very positive about myself at all. And it just kind of I had the urge to do something, and it bothered me that I was thinking about that. And it kind of it's like once it gets into your mind, it's hard to get it out. It's almost like there's something in there that just is pushing you and lying to you and convincing you that it's the right answer and that it's the only way that things are ever going to stop. And when you're feeling that way, having the option to take an exit is kind of tempting and almost a relief. Not almost. It feels like a relief to know that there's an exit. But it bothered me that I was thinking that way. And so I was laying in bed for a while. It was like 11 o'clock in the afternoon. We had the day off, and I decided I wanted to make a video to kind of, talk to you guys while I was feeling this way and kind of just tell you where I'm at. And so I grabbed my phone and my little tripod, and I went for a walk. I have a difficult time recording in general when, Eric's at the house with me. I don't like being it's not that I'm being watched while I'm doing my videos. It's just that sometimes I don't feel like I can talk freely when I'm not alone. Not for any reason. It's just my being shy, I guess, or nervous, or whatever you want to call it. I don't like doing it in front of even Eric. Sometimes I can. Just depends on my mood and the topic, I guess. So I went for a walk, intending to go down to this plot of land where we metal detect quite frequently and sit down and just talk to you guys, tell you what's going on. But it started raining and the mosquitoes were killing me, and there was chickens that were surprised by me being there and they were freaking out. So I just came home, and Eric's trying to talk to me, and I'm just, as much as I want him to know what's going on, it seems like every time he asks me what's happening, it's almost like I get angry because I don't know how to explain it to him, and I don't feel like he's gonna understand. So it's almost like I get defensive and just want him to leave me alone and quit asking questions. But that's not how I really feel. How I really feel is I want him to know what's going on, and I want him to be there for me. However he can. But I don't know how to convey that, and I end up just shutting down and pushing him away. Well, I was on my phone and I had a message on one of my videos from, I guess it's Rye82. I believe it's 82. And he was just, she, I'm not sure exactly, was commenting about, how I look like I was in a really good place in my last couple of videos, and that I think he called me a pillar of strength for you guys out there. And I felt good knowing that I'm able to be that for you guys, but I also felt guilty because I know that I'm not always gonna be strong, and sometimes you're gonna see this side of me, and I hope that it doesn't make you feel like it's hopeless, because it's not. Living with this, you have to kind of accept that some days are going to be better than others, and some days are going to be a lot worse. And you have to find your ways of working through it, however works best for you. But I kind of wanted to just come on here and tell you guys, sorry, that I'm just not feeling my best. And days like this are just very difficult. For example, just one example, I am so hungry. For the last 2 days, I've been so hungry. But I just have no desire to eat. We went last night to Little Caesars, which is the cheapest way to eat for us. I mean, if we don't want to do the dollar menu at McDonald's, it's a pizza. We both get full for $5. So we went and got, and I love pizza, so went and got a pizza, and just didn't want to eat it. I was very hungry, but I just didn't want to eat it. And I finally did. Eric kind of pushed me to eat, which he's had to do in the past. When we first got together, I was a bit overweight. According to my doctor, I was actually considered obese, which is insane because I think it was like 100 and something pounds, 150 pounds. I guess just for my body size, I was really overweight. According to my doctor, it didn't make any sense to me, but whatever. I was the heaviest I had ever been. And when Eric and I first got together, I was going through a lot and dealing with a lot personally, and it was just killing me emotionally. And there was certain stresses in our relationship in the beginning, and I lost my desire to eat for months, and I lost so much weight. I couldn't fit into anything I owned. I think I got down to 106 pounds. I just lost everything, and I was just like a skeleton. And it was dropping by the day. Like, I was afraid that I was going to go under 100 pounds. And I can't remember in my adult life, I think the last time I was at like 117 when I was 19 years old. And I was even lower than that, and that was the smallest I'd ever been before. Anyway, so I was losing a lot of weight, and it was very unhealthy. And so in the beginning of the relationship, Eric had to push me to eat. He literally had to sit down and make me eat. And he had to do that last night. He had to kind of, not as much, but he definitely had to push me. And then today I haven't eaten anything, and I'm hungry, but I just can't. I don't want to eat. It just doesn't appeal to me. And, Eric wanted to go metal detecting, and I didn't have any interest in that, and I just don't have any interest in anything. I just wish I could go back to sleep, like, I don't want to do today. I don't want to do tomorrow. I don't want to do... It's a very strange feeling. It's like you want to, but you don't. I don't know if I ever told you guys that when I was younger, I went through a period in my teenage years where I was a cutter. And I cut for, I would say, right around a year. And looking back, it was for stupid reasons, but because I'm in the state of mind that I'm in right now, I can remember what the feeling was and what caused me to do it. When I'm not in this, I look back and I'm like, that was really a stupid thing to be upset about, but it wasn't the thing that I was upset about that caused me to cut. It was the feelings that I was having that made me want to do the thing that I didn't get to do that made me cut. Or that's just one I'm thinking of one time in particular. Most of the time when I was cutting, it was just because I wanted to feel something. There was something about seeing... I'm sorry if this is graphic, I know it is. But there was just something about seeing myself bleed that made me feel alive. It's a very weird thing. And the reason I'm telling you guys about this is because that's what was in my head this morning. I haven't cut in almost 20 years. And I haven't thought about cutting in almost 20 years. The last time I cut was a pretty big scare. And I couldn't get it to stop bleeding. And it freaked me out. I finally did, obviously, get it to stop, but I thought I had gone too far. And it scared me out of doing it again. So to have that, it's almost like a demon, come back into my head this morning and try to convince me to do it again. And the fact that I wanted to do it again. I'm not sure if what I'm feeling right now is, like I said, yesterday was just melancholy, and there was no reason for it. I just woke up not feeling the best. I had a bit of a headache, and I just didn't feel like, taking Eric to work and sitting in the car all day and all that. I just wasn't feeling up to it. I'm sorry that the lighting is so terrible. But, it wasn't depression until last night and this morning. And I don't know, I think it turned into it because of things that were said. But I'm not sure, because left alone, it probably or could have turned into depression by itself. It could have just been the beginning stages. But I know that the things that were said definitely play into it. They definitely help usher in my depression. Thinking about the fact that I'm gonna be 35 in a couple of months, and I'm doing absolutely nothing with my life, and I have a boyfriend who is completely taking care of me, and it's killing him financially and probably affecting his health. He goes to the doctor, and his doctor tells him that he's got high blood pressure, and I'm convinced it's because of the stress of trying to care for two people every day, working his butt off to take care of himself. If I wasn't here, if we broke up, he'd be able to care for himself perfectly fine and be able to do things that he doesn't get to do now because he's caring for me. And I have an incredible amount of guilt for that. But I can't find a way out of it. Every time I think about getting a job, I think about the issues it's going to cause with us getting him around where he needs to be. And I think about the issues with my anxiety and my depression. And, what if I was working right now and I was feeling like this? I would either A, have to go into work feeling like this, and it would be almost impossible for me to do my job the way I'm supposed to, or I would have to take off for I don't know how many days it's gonna last. I could wake up tomorrow and it could be gone, or it could last for another week or two. I don't know. I want to be able to help him, but I don't know how, and I want to be able to help myself, but I don't know how. And there's a lot more going on in my personal life that I haven't even yet told you guys about, that is just eating away at me every day, every night. I'm feeling slightly better than I was feeling this morning. I am not, at this moment, I'm not thinking about cutting or swallowing a bottle of pills. I'm just kind of back to feeling the melancholy feeling, and I'm thankful for that. Hopefully it will just get better as the day goes on, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe I'll be able to make myself eat in a little while. What is happening right now? There's a guy who just came and is sitting in my yard petting my cats. I don't think he knows I'm sitting in my car. The tint's pretty dark on the outside. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop this video. But I just wanted to let you guys know, I guess, just how I'm feeling and what's going on. But I don't want you guys to take this, you know, because sometimes I can hear people's stories, and if they're not doing good, especially after doing good for a while, then I kind of lose hope. But I don't want you guys to feel that way, because if you've been watching for a while, you know that this is something that comes and goes, and that's very important for me and for everyone to keep in mind. It's not a permanent thing. I think that is probably the biggest thing that you can do to help yourself, is to understand and accept that this is not permanent. Nothing that you're feeling or thinking is permanent. It's all fluid. It's going to change. I might feel like this today, maybe again tomorrow, but maybe not. You know, don't get stuck in this trap of thinking that because you're feeling down right now that it's never going to get any better, because it's just not true. And it's just a feeling, and it's just thoughts. It's not necessarily true. The things you're feeling or thinking are not necessarily true. So don't lose hope just because you see me get down sometimes. I'm not giving up. I may feel like it sometimes, but I'm still here, and I'm not going anywhere. No matter how dark it gets, I'm not going anywhere. It's not going to beat me. Don't let it beat you. Okay. I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to make myself eat. And then, we'll see how the rest of the day goes. But I love you guys, and thank you for always being here for me. And I hope that you're having a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world. And I will see you again, hopefully tomorrow. If not, you know, I'll be back soon. I have a box to unbox for you guys, but I'm trying to wait for everything to get here before I do that. Otherwise, there'll just be, you know, a 2-minute video of me opening a box. Who knows, you might like that. Alright, I'm gonna go. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.